Hey guys, I'm Ann Frymark. I'm the team programmer here at the Amy Sanders Library, and today I'm going to show you how to make your own salsa. So you'll just need a few different things. Of course, you'll need a food processor to mix and chop everything together. You'll need some cumin, some whole tomatoes in a can, some green chili peppers and diced tomatoes, or you can get a can of Rotel. You'll need some salt, sugar, some lime, some onion, and garlic jalapeno. And then you'll need some cilantro, and then of course chips to have with your salsa. You'll also need a knife, some teaspoons, and a 1/4 cup measuring. So take a moment now and gather all of your equipment and ingredients. Hey guys, now that you've taken some time to gather your ingredients, the next thing we're going to do is prep some of them. So the first thing you're going to want to do is cut up a little bit of onion. Please be careful with your knife. Of course, it is sharp. And you don't need very much at all. And it can be a very rough chop. It doesn't have to be perfect or super tiny or anything, because everything's going to end up in our food processor. So you'll need roughly about 1/8 of a cup. Go ahead and chop with a little tiny bit more. Once you've got that chopped up, go ahead. If you are wondering what this blue thing is, this is my fun little contraption that we found at some kitchen store one time, and it's great for removing skins off garlic. If you're like me, you can get a little impatient trying to get it off. All you have to do is just a rubber tube. You just slide the garlic in and press down and roll it. And then the skin comes right off. Makes it a little bit easier. So you'll just kind of give this rough chop / kind of mix it up. Again, don't stress too much about it getting perfect, because it's going in the food processor. And since that was such a small clove, I'm going to go ahead and do another one. Once you're done with your garlic, take your jalapeno. If you have a really big jalapeno, try and cut it in half unless you really like it very, very spicy. I'm just using a small one today to give it a good amount of spice, but not too much. So you'll cut the top off and then just cut it in half. And then you'll want to take seeds out. Again, it's okay if it's not perfect. If you have a few seeds in there, that's okay. And then just slice it again so you'll have it in fourths. And then just give it kind of a rough chop. Next, you're gonna want to cut up your cilantro. So I've already removed the leaves from the stems, so they are ready to go. You'll need about 1/4 cup of cilantro. If you really like cilantro, you of course can add more. And again, like everything, we're just kind of giving it a rough chop, not worrying too much about getting it perfect. Next, what I'm going to want to do is, I've got half a lime here, but I actually only need 1/4 of a lime. So I'm going to cut this in half. So it'll be ready for juicing when I get to that step. So now that you've prepped all your materials and your different ingredients, the next thing we're going to do is add everything. Okay, now that you have everything prepped, we're going to start adding things to our food processor. The first thing you'll want to add is your can of whole tomatoes. So just slosh those in there, and you're going to want the tomatoes and all the good juices that are in the can. Next, you can either add your can of Rotel, or if you've got some just diced tomatoes and green chilies, add those. Either way, you'll just need about 10 ounces, not too much. Then next, you're going to want to add your chopped onions, so we'll throw those on top. Then we'll add our garlic and jalapeno. Just kind of sprinkle that in. And then next, you're just going to need a pinch of sugar. And then a pinch of salt. And I always like to measure out salt in my hand just so I can kind of see how much I'm putting in. So sprinkle that in. Then you'll just need a little bit of cumin. Again, this kind of helps that if your hand ever slips while you're doing this, you don't accidentally put in way too much. Then next we'll add our cilantro. And then last but not least, we're going to squeeze in our lime juice. And then once you've got everything in there, just add the top to your food processor. Make sure it's good and locked. And then you're just going to pulse it a few times. So our goal is to get it nice and smooth. After you've pulsed it a few times, it's good to kind of open it up, see what you got. I'm actually pretty happy with this. If you like it smoother, you of course can keep pulsing and get it smoother. But I like mine a little chunky. So the next thing is, the most important thing whenever you're cooking is to taste it. So I'm gonna give it a little taste. And actually, that tastes amazing. So sometimes you need some more acid, like your lime. If you ever feel like you need any of that, of course, by all means, add it. Otherwise, you're good to go. And then, of course, all you need now is your chips. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching this and you learned lots of great stuff. If you enjoyed this video, please check out our Facebook and Instagram for more videos. Thank you.